Hello, hi. Hello, everyone. Hold on. This is Alashala. Lovely, lovely having you guys here. Pardon me. How have you guys been? uh, what is it? In this video, I will be talking about the seven African power, as in the Orishas. Lovely having you guys here. Hope you've been enjoying your weekend. Hi, John Magoya. Lovely to have you here, darling. Tonight I'm going to be talking about the Orishas, the seven African powers, we call them. For you guys that are not new to this path, African spirituality, I'm sure. Hello, darling, Kemi. Lovely having you guys here. You guys are probably familiar with these seven African powers, the seven Orishas. What I'm going to do in this video is just to try to touch base on each one of these Orishas, and also to sort of advise people, well, not advice, just suggestion, that there are, some of these Orishas that you can't have them together in the same altar. Say when you talk about Shango and Ogun, you see, unless you're asking for three-word war. Hello, darling. How are you? Arewa. Lovely have you guys here. I'm probably going to kick in a bit of Yoruba here and there, guys. But I'll do this video in a way that Yoruba-speaking audience will, still be able to understand what I'm trying to, the message I'm trying to pass across. Lovely having you, beautiful people here. Kemi bawo ni ṣàlàáfíà ni. Àwọn ọmọ mi ńkọ́? Well, I know. Lovely having you guys here. So, like I said earlier on, if you look at the world we live in now, I'll say since COVID, I will find out that a lot of young Africans and other tribes also, they sort of looking into, they've been drawn into their ancestral ways. You see, that's the old ways, the ancient ways, trying to tap into this ancient knowledge. When we talk about our ancestors, the Orishas, our lineage from Africa, I'm talking before the slave trade. But, the modern African, which I would, I'm actually one of them myself, and, people are drawn into this path now. I think people are starting to ask questions that there must be more to this world. I'm not against people going to church, don't get me wrong, or you can be whatever religion you want to be, whichever one that speaks to you. For me, it's the old ways that that's my that's the one that speaks to me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So in this video, I'm going to try and touch base about these seven African powers. They call them powers, but they're actually the Orishas. Now, for newbies, people that don't know what Orishas are, the Orishas are a group of spirits, originally from Yoruba in Nigeria. So for people that are already on this path, I'm sure you guys would, the popular ones. When you talk of Oshun, you talk of Shango, you talk of Ogun, you see. So that's the Orishas. But what I'm trying to, I'm not just going to be talking about one Orisha in this video. I'm going to do just a brief intro on the seven powers, well, the seven main Orishas. Now, where would I start from? Let me start from Ishu. We call this Orisha Ishu. In some other parts of the world, I'm sure like in Brazil, they call him Elegua, Elegbara, and Lalu. He's got so many names. Actually, in my Odoifa, Osalu Fogbejo, he's actually my father there, and Shango. And while Oshun is my mother. Yeah, I will do that, darling. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube also. I thought I wanted to do the live on YouTube before. I thought, let me do this on Facebook this week. Probably on the upper week, I'm probably gonna be on YouTube. Thanks, darling. So when you talk about Elegbara, is the king of crossroad, Elegua is the messenger between the worlds. So when you're talking about which world, some people don't believe in heaven. Some, okay, for me, if I want to be honest, I don't actually think there's a heaven anywhere. I know there are different realms out there because I've been, several ones myself. Sorry, I'm gonna take out this incense. It's making me feel really really hot. I just love my incense, but I think as 1 minute, guys. I'm gonna just turn this off tonight. It's really hot here. I don't have my air condition on. Sorry, guys. I will be with you shortly. The incense is just making me really hot. Anyway, so where are we? So, hold on. For people that are, when you talk about heavens, I know there are different realms out there that when, you astral travel, for people that are on this path, that you visit. But as for heaven, or hell, I don't believe. I believe here is where the heaven is. Here is where the hell is also. Is whichever way we decide to live our lives that we decide, or the decision that we take in life. Whatever decision that we take, that would ultimately sometimes decide if our condition would be like you're in heaven or you're in hell. Well, that's me. That's what I believe. But Legua is the king of crossroad. Open the window. Yeah, it's actually open, my darling. Oshekemi, what is she window? Thank you, darling. So is a guideline of the Orisha. Now this Orisha is responsible for when you want to do a ritual work, sort of road openers. You feel that there's obstacles in your path. Probably you've been trying to lay your hands on the few stuff, and despite all your efforts, things has just not been working out well. It could be you might need a legua. There is a very very strong Orisha. Like I said earlier on, in my Odifa, Osalu Fogbejo is my father. I'm very very proud of him, Elegua. He's a very nurturing father, very loving, very very protective. No nonsense daddy. He will show me, this is it, darling. Very very. Some people that don't know, when you're looking at the Elegua, some people are, oh my God. Of course, it's very powerful, but I don't know. Maybe because I'm his baby. I don't actually. Hello, Edna. I don't see Lalu as It's just for me. It's dad. If there's anything going wrong, Lalu is there. Very very loving, like I said earlier on. Very protective. My dad, Legua, is open communication with other Orishas. Now, this is the Lalu there. It is king of mischief, comedy, healing, traveling, fertility. All of these are Lalu. And also, if you want, like, what sort of spell would I call this? Well, someone has done something to you, and then it's almost like they would try to take advantage, or maybe they are sort of more powerful than you. Elegua is a kind of Orisha. Omio, that you could go to, and it's always there. Very very lovely, Lalu. Ogun, that's the second Ogun. That's the king of iron working, healing. Now Ogun's color is a green, and Lalu's color is red and black. Now we are in Ogun. Ogun's colors are green and black, and I believe white at times. Ogun, there's this song that I would always sing for Ogun. I don't know if I should sing it here. Oh my God! I hope my double glasses don't blow up. Oh my God! Let me just say that I don't ruin this presentation. Now, Ogun polarity is present in his healing abilities and his ability to destroy. You see, Ogun is a shaman and a healer, which you can call a babalawo, a priest, and has close ties to blood. Now, when you are dealing with Ogun is a no-nonsense Orisha. You need to know what you are doing. Ogun is not the kind of Orisha that you you go and fumble around if you don't know your way around Ogun. I haven't said that. Just like here, it was a shaman during his lifetime. As we knew, he was mortal before he became a deity, Ogun. So he's very good with healing. If you have issues, sorry, I don't know what's happening tonight. Ogun watches over children and families, and is one of the most celebrated and respected Orishas. Like I said, Ogun, for me, my relationship with Ogun was, well, I just give you a bit of a personal experience that at the beginning of this journey, like I said, before I, start to do this full time, before setting up Alashola Herbs and Spiritual, I just like, I was doing a office job. I was, over 18 years that I've been doing that, and I've been called on this path. But I will always think that, oh my God, no, I was sort of used to what I was doing. At least I could pay my mortgage, stuff I sorted, and I have my finances, under control. So for me, in a new path, Oshun would say to me, until they made things so unbearable for me, I left my job. So I then focus here. Now, at the beginning of the journey, when I started my business, there was a lot of challenges that I faced, mainly because of, when you're dealing about a spiritual issue like this, you will have a lot of other people, people that are already on this path, that they see you as a competition. They see you as if, and I was only just minding my own thing, just doing what the universe has, directing me, just trying not to get it wrong, trying to, almost like a toddler, trying to balance myself so that I could, do this thing right, So, but what happened was, there was a lot of people that are already on this path that they felt, I don't know, intimidated, they thought maybe, Alashola, and so I had a lot of some spiritual stuff, sent. I know this thing. I mean, for you guys that are in this part, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, you can call it jealousy. So for me, prior to that, I would, of course, she has always been there for me, or Sean, I've always been there. But I'm talking about when my relationship with Ogun really kicked off, So it was at that time, that, and then my yamis, they never left my side, and they said to me, Ogun would like to be there for me. I felt so privileged. I said, well, I'll be so happy, that, well, just because in my Odifa, it wasn't there as like a father, even though when I'm making appeasement to my Orishas, I will just only do the one that Ifa told me, okay, do this, do that. And then I have my own standard Orishas, which is Ajay, I have Oshun, and so I will only just feed those ones, which Ogun wasn't part of it. So I was thinking, okay, if Ogun, want to, help me, I will feel really, I'll be, grateful, that was, and then for me, that was the journey where Ogun, came in fully, as a full-time Orisha in my life, and I can honestly say that to you, that a lot, I've just feel, sometimes, when you hear stories, people tell you story or tales about rich or something or somebody, it's until when you actually have a one-to-one relationship with that person that you would sort of at least have a full understanding of who they are or whatever it is you see. So for me it was that, and up to now Ogun has been, he has a permanent place in my life. I love him to bits. Sometimes when I'm trying to sing, I'll just be smiling, I'll just be laughing. I don't know. I always say to him, Ogun, Baba, if not because you are not here, I will just marry you, Baba. It's one of the Orisha that, like when you think about somebody or something, and you just, your heart just melt. You just like, I found myself just smiling. For me, that's Ogun. That's the relation up to right as I speak now. So I can honestly say to you guys that, if you're facing any blockage in life, Ogun, because he's a god of iron and metal, guns, whatever it is, transportation, It could be the air, on the ground, whatever is Ogun is in charge. So if you're facing at any point in time you're facing any issue or around like a blockage, it's good also like that. It will clear the path for you. Or whatever thing is, you could get his candle, Ogun's candle, and the 7 days one, and dress it with oil. There are a lot of videos that I did on YouTube on how you can clean your candle. Hello, Babatsman, lovely to have you here. Beautiful people. Pardon me, I'm just trying to focus on this. When you are talking about the Orishas, if you are not careful, because and now here I've got like 7 Orisha in front of me here. It's easy for me to, I don't want to digress and go somewhere else, so pardon me, people. I can see you beautiful people there, so that is my relationship with Ogun. He's in charge of technology, healing, vehicles, transportation of any assault, railroad, oath taking, orphans and homeless. His colors are green, red, white, black and blue. You see, so that's Ogun there. Now the third one here is Obatala. That's the head, that's the granddad. I call him my granddad. So if he's a senior priest, senior, the most senior. Well, some people will say so. I don't get into debate. For people that I just love my Orishas. It's for me. It's not about who is older, who is younger. No. For me, they are all my ancestors, and I love them to bits. So, and they are all very important to me. So it's not about, who is this? That one's low. That one, no. They are all equally important to me, and I look up to them, just like a child will look up to his or her parents. Respect and honor. Whatever. So Batala is known as a cool spirit of healing. So when you compare, I'm sure the reason why they said that is when you compare Batala to Orisha like my dad, Shango or Ishu, or even Ogun, you see, compared to Obatala is quite they call it cool Orisha of healing and peace. Obatala is credited with job of creating human bodies. That is, if you look in the Yoruba traditional religion, so for people that you want to know more, you can sort of do more readings on that. But is the most gentlest of the 7 Orishas. Obatala. His domain are justice, legal matters, peace, serenity, protection of the blind. Well, I like to think for all of us also. Easing tempers, creativity, and so on, and rage. For me, Obatala, like I said, the first place that I had an encounter with Obatala was when we were younger back in Africa. I was born to African royal family. Over there, what happened is the king, when they come to the palace, the pastors will come to the palace. The imam of the head of the mosque will come to the palace. Then the traditionalists, they all come to the palace also. So growing up, I've seen most of all the Orishas, and then you'll be amazed. I know a lot in the Bible. As a matter of fact, in my GCSE, I got credit. So for people that but these are knowledge that you put under your belt. But for me, it was the old way that's the one that speaks to me. You see, and that is why that's the one that called that I feel that's where I've got I say this is me. You see, and I don't fake it. So anyway, that was the first contact that I where I first met Obatala. It was the Orisha, one of the Orisha in the palace. That is for my mother and my father's side, both of them. So, but growing up, like you travel, you leave home and travel all over the place. And then when I now settle, and this is the path that I was told that I have to do this healing. I thought, okay, the path that I was doing for 18 years was healing also. But Oshun said, no, it's not that kind of healing. It's this one that I go, you'll be working with living consciousness. This is where this is the kind of healing. So for me, the first time that after the palace, the next place that I met with Obatala was at Ilefe. You see, I think it was one of the trip that I will go home, and then but a lot of Obatala. I have a lot of family at Ilefe, and But even when I see the Olobatalas, sometimes when they are doing their festival or whatever, and I'll give money, I'll sometimes dance also. And because I have my white beads also on my ankle because of Oshun. So all of the Orisha that use that colors are white. They sort of all into one another. So when I would visit Ile-Ife and then I would see this Olobatala, and they Alashola, Alashola, I'll just give them money. I wasn't planning on having my own Obatala at the time. So then it was, I think it was 5 days before I would come back. In one of the trip that I went. And then that was when he said to me, don't go without taking me. Don't go back without taking me. I was thinking, don't go back. Already I please all my Orishas, Shango, Ishu, and all of that. And if I always go with me, everywhere I go, as long as I'm going to be over 3 days there, my Ifa will come with me. And that was the plan. That was from the beginning. He said, wherever I'm going, if I'm going to be over 3 days, I have to just, my Ifa wants to come along. So I was thinking, okay, my Ifa, everything is ready. I'm not leaving my Ifa behind. So why don't go without me? And then I just saw, it was like this white, I couldn't describe it. And I said, okay. And then you will not believe the first people that woke me up that day was Olobatalas. And they were passing by and they said, oh, yeah, we just wanted to find out. We know we were told that you're around. And they didn't even call, that they were just thinking that if I was not available, they would just leave whatever they brought and they'd be on their way. So I was like, okay. So for me, that was Obatala. That was how I said, okay, Grandpa, that's how I call him. If you want to come with me, you can come, Baba. Or you can come, okay. When I'm going, I will let you know, Kemi. I'll let you know, my darling. You see, so that was, and then so my own Obatala, that was how Boshe showed Orisha to me for me. That was how I got my Obatala. It took how many days, and then from that time, as I speak here with you, my Obatala is in this house with me, just like my Ifa, and so for me, and since what can I say to you about Obatala is about justice. It's about when you are, when you are, before you go to him, you don't make sure that you are not the one in the wrong. That when you're gonna say, okay, anyway, Obatala, I would like you to help me just kill this person or just do whatever. Even though Obatala is not, don't go to him with something like that, because you might not like what will happen to you. It's not that kind of Orisha. Don't forget, his clothes are all pure white. It's about justice. If someone has done something back to you, and they now are trying to, sort of like maybe they think they had like a power over you or something, that's where Obatala will come in. You see, since I started this journey, there were some, when we called Onisheshi, the traditionalist, especially back home, and they actually brought it here to diaspora also. They believe that, especially if you're a female, they believe that you should be mingling with them. Some of them, you may even want to start to date you. This is an experience that I had myself. And then obviously, I mean, as you guys know, I've been celebrating now. It's going to 7 years. So that is not. I'm not active in that sense. You see. So, but some of them probably think it's because you're being arrogant or something like that, and they believe because Obatala is a male Orishas, they believe that they sort of had more leverage over me being female. You see. And then, so when I notice something like that, and then when I'm feeding Obatala, I'll tell him, Obatala, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. You will not believe how Obatala fought for me. Even when I saw what happened to them, I'm like, hey, Baba. I was like, So now nobody bothers me. They know Alashala and Obatala and Orishas. Just don't go, And the mothers too will come in full force, you see. But I don't know why it was like that, that, you hear all these stories back home, all of these female in the same path that I am, they believe that you should be dating, if you're a female in the path that I am, you should also be dating somebody too that is on that path, like a male, or doesn't it could be the king of that area of that Orisha. You have to be. They believe so like that. I'm like, flipping hell. I've been here. My eldest son is how old? Going, I'm 29. So this is, this is my part. These are my Orishas. I'm not dating them. I'm not even Kemi. It's not even being arrogant. I'm not in that dating scene. You see, because for people that are familiar with me, if you want to, we are all Orishas, then we should respect each. Anyway, I don't want to go somewhere else. That was it was when I was passing through something like that in this path. That was when El Batala came in there to to actually support me. This male Olorishas that they thought they are male Orisha. I'm sure they were. Some of them, they've never actually. Baba has never even gone to them. They've never seen him before. Let alone why? Because some of them wear white from head to toe. But if you see what they do, oh my God, you will not believe that. My God, you would think that okay, Obatala is meant to be the most, the coolest, the most gentlest of all the Orishas, and so his devotees, is watching. They will probably have similar traits also. No, this is what I found out myself. It was exact opposite. Very ruthless, very, controlling kind of people. They want to impose themselves on you. They want to, it's almost as if they believe that you need them to do what you are here to do. And I need to tell them that, peace off. I don't need nothing. Because if you are called, if really you are called, it's the universe and the Orisha that they will interact with you one-on-one. You don't have to go through somebody. The only thing that I do is divination of Ifa. Everything else come to me. I've got my third eye open. My mother, they are there with me. The Orishas are there. Come on. The universe has got my back. So whatever info that I need, I just need to ask. So I'm not going to need... they have to be a friend or girlfriend or wife or so and so. As a matter of fact, when you are into this spirituality, if you have to be careful the energy that come to you in sort of having a relationship. If you're not careful, they will bring some stuff to you that you will lose your power. You will lose everything that you're meant to be doing. It will be history. You see. So for me, I was just thinking, okay, we have all Olorishas, and yeah, Oshejari, and before Kato to my you see, and then so, but it was Obatala that made me to have belief that look, this is what I stand for. Your fear. You've done right. I will be there with you every step of the way, and it has been so. For people that are going through some sort of injustice in whichever way, this is an Orisha you can approach. I can guarantee you that it will be there for you. He's a very, very loving father, very, very peaceful, very protective, and the sort of some money that's coming to me that I and he's loaded also. Batala, very, very rich Orisha. If you have one, so but it's an Orisha that anyone can approach. Even if you're newbie, you can he's very gentle like that. Batala, very loving Orisha. So the next one we're gonna be talking briefly, just swiftly, is Yemaja. As you guys are aware, she's a water goddess like Ori Oshun. From what history told us, we actually told that they were sisters. But Yemaja and Oya, they don't get along. Oya is the other wife of Shango. So for Yemaja, she gives abundance, treasures, and food. Yemaya and Oya, they don't get along. So Yemaja is also particular about women that have been abused or neglected and children. She's very, very protective of. And sometimes when I look at some of the traits that I have, and even though Oshun is my mom, but when you think about Oshun is sister to Yemaja. And the Yemaja, she can't stand women that have been abused. That's the same thing with me. I totally And I know it takes two. Don't get me wrong, guys. My father's on this platform, and the one that I'll be watching later on. I know. I mean, women and saint also. But when you will look at the population or the what's this the ratio of when you just go to any police station or go to where check all of the statistics, you will see that women, and it's not only one part of the world. And I don't want to go that route tonight because that's another thing. I know, Omio, you see, there are a lot of men. I know we have gentlemen, lovely men out there, but we also have a lot of dogs also that they don't think women are anything. They actually think they are tool to be used and disposed of, wherever. They've forgotten that they are their mom, their sisters. They probably have daughters also. You see. So, this is a special area for Yumoja here. Women that have been abused and children neglected. She's very, very protective. She gives abundance also, very loving. She's in charge of female fertility for women that are struggling to conceive. This is an Orisha you could always approach, motherhood and children, abused women, people that are looking for love, or you found love, but you want to keep on to your love. You don't want to lose it, healing, abundance, and people about zodiac sign, under water sign, zodiac sign, like us, like, Pisces, you're looking at Scorpio, and which other, is it, star sign talks to you, tó bá gbọ́ pé mi ò rántí nsìn, July, Cancer, yeah. So those three, so that's Yemoja. And Oshun, as we all know that she's in charge of rivers. Yemoja is in charge of ocean. So, but they're sisters. Oshun is very, very loving, but when she loses her temper, you better watch out. Woo, then you say the water, woo, 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 but very, very loving. Her domain also at motherhood and children, fertility, cleansing, love, romance. My mother, she loved be in love. I love love. I actually think I'm in love with love myself. Self-love, rivers, divination, witchcraft, wealth. Oshun do not get along with Oya. And then when you think about witchcraft, people, I don't want you guys to, that is Yamis. Back in the days, as the way Ifa told us, I think it was something like what's happening now was the problem then. Then what happened was, my mother, she gathered all these women, and then they formed this group of Yamis. So Oshun, my mother, she's actually the founder, of Oshoro Monigas, because she actually, president of female women affairs. She's showing them how to fight for what belongs to them, and still be the wife, can still be the mother, just because you are a mother, that doesn't mean you shouldn't have your own life also. That doesn't mean you should not be successful or you've got gifts, and then what you are here to do, just because you're somebody's wife or somebody's mom, that doesn't, say you have to pack that up. Because that's if that was your life purpose, and you throughout the time that you're here, you fail to do that, then your journey here is useless. You see, I think that's about what my mother, and that's what I'm carrying on also, to try to do the best that I can, also for our father also. For me, it's about equality. It's not about one is better than the other. No. To love each other and balance and respect each other and love, For me, that's what I believe on. It's not about, women should have more than male. No. It's about, it's about equality. We should treat each other the way, we want to be treated also. And be fair, in our dealings. Obviously, we're not saints, no one is, but at least if we have that in our, our head all the time, that, okay, try to treat other people the way you want them to treat you. Not because, you want to exploit them, you can take advantage because they are, they're not strong as you, they are, maybe physically or whatever, or financially, whichever way, or she's my wife, just shut up, I'm talking, who asked you to talk? What, that kind of attitude, you see, that's what because if that's your daughter also, you wouldn't want someone treating her like that. So that's Oshun there, and we're coming swiftly to Shango. Shango is the hold on, That's the six Orisha that I'm talking about. That from those are the one that makes the seven African power. Don't worry, I will list them for you. Shango is one of the hot Orishas and knows as the Lord of thunder and fire. You see, I think that's from my my far side. I think I got that from Shango, but far from Shango might be fiery and stuff like that. But don't forget, he's into love also, and Abiyamoni is a father. Shango, he loves his children. He, oh my God, he's a, a very nurturing father, very protective. And that's a lot of that's a part that people don't see, or many people do they don't actually talk about. You see, Shango is very, very loving father, very protective, and I believe maybe for his children, but I mean, there was a time he was married to Oshun, Oya, and Oba. You see, my father, he loves dancing, he loves fun, he's in love with love, he's in love with life also. You see, so I think I don't. There's nothing wrong if you're a man and you want to marry as many wives as long as you can, equally look after them. Not you're going to get second, you're going to dump number one, or you're going to get no. Or other than that, why don't you just stick with one? So Shango is the kind of a man that he married the women, and they were all living in his compound. And he very, very rich man. He was more than able to, to afford to look after them. It's not like when some men back in Nigeria, they can't even feed themselves. They've got and they're driving Okada, and they've got like 5 wives here. This one will be chasing him from there. Have children all over the place like rats. That's not fair on the children or even him himself. So we're not here to talk about that, but we're talking about Shango here. Shango will bring justice via lightning and protect his followers from evil. Shango loves music. My father loves women and fun. Thunder is domain are thunder and lightning, justice, protection, male fertility, and virality. The sky, the music, musical instruments. Shango loves dancing and fighting. So that's Shango there for you. Sogiri lagiri, akata yeri yeri, ino loju ino lenu, olukoso ayara no. You see, that's Shango. I'm just running briefly. Oya also is like I said, she was the third. Actually, from what history told us, she was the first wife that Shango married before Oshun, my mother, and Shango, Oya, ati Oba. Oba is the third one. Yeah. So Oya manifests as a horned water buffalo or a beautiful woman. Her domain are Niger River, female fertility, magic, divination, women's secrets, and also cemetery for people that are warriors. So if you are like a fighting issue like a self-confidence, you are not, or some people just get afraid for nothing, or Oya is a kind of Orisha that you could approach, and gently she would boost that that feeling of fear or whatever would disappear. Oya is very, very powerful like that. So that is, for me, that is the 7 African powers. The reason why I said that I would talk about them is you can approach just whichever one of the Orishas in this video that you please approach them with respect. Yeah, Shango marries powerful women. I know they are not the kind of Orisha. You please make sure you know what you are doing before you approach them. And if you are going to, please approach them with respect. And then just state out what you want, but not like just read out on them first. You can approach 1 or 2 of these Orisha, or you could. I actually wanted to bring a candle that says 7 African power. It has all their energy in it. Even though Orisha like Shango and Ogun, you cannot put them on the same altar. But when they brought together like that as a 7 African power, like in a candle, they sort of work well. Maybe because that's a temporary thing. An altar will be something permanent. So you wouldn't want to put Shango on altar or the same altar, like Ogun. you're asking for trouble. So, but when you are, maybe you tried one Orisha, or things are just a bit not really quite what what you actually wanted, and you want something a bit more jazz, you want to jazz it up, something like that. You can then try the 7 African powers. I can assure you, you will not be disappointed. I probably would have the candles on my website at some point, but I don't have them on there now. So if it's something that you want to work with and you don't know where to get them, please you can WhatsApp me, or you can come in my inbox. I'll be more than happy to. Just that I've got a lot that I'm loading on my website now. But I think I've got there are candles there, but not 7 African candles. So approach the Orishas with respect. If you plan to invoke and work with the 7 African powers, call on the 7 African powers when you need to cover all of your magical bases, or you have a great need. Like I said earlier on, they aid in self-empowerment, strength, prosperity, opportunities, protection of family and home, healing, and so on. If you find working with one Orisha or god or goddess isn't enough, you can try invoking the 7 African power. But if you be careful as you do so. And like I said earlier on, please treat them with respect. You see, don't forget they are ancestors, and then I'm sure you will not be disappointed. So that's all I'm going to be talking here, guys. From next week, I'm probably going to be doing like a weekly. Things are a bit more settled now, back from COVID, what have you. Life is returning back to the way we were used to know it before. So wonderful having you guys here, beautiful people. I hope everything has been, if at any point anyone need me, just just feel free to WhatsApp me. I'm always at the other end of the phone. I wanted to call you last weekend. I thought, look, don't let me, I can disturb it. But my emotion, I might just WhatsApp you. Are you okay, my baby? Oh, Juma, how are you, love? Where have you been, my sweetheart? I thought somebody kidnapped my husband, though. Lovely to have you here, my sweetheart, my baby. My old Juma, how have you been? Love you. I saw Happy Father's Day. I know it's Mother's Day today, but I'm still Happy Father's Day to Kemi. Happy Mother's Day. All of the mothers on this platform, Happy Mother's Day. I told you lovely having beautiful people here. For you guys that are not aware, I'm a spiritualist. If you having any sort of a spiritual issue, sorry, my darling, please contact us at Alashola. The universe has been so good to us. It has blessed us with all this living consciousness. And we have our ancient knowledge from Africa in form of our Ifa divination tool. Here at Alashola, that's how we do our reading. In the past, I would use tarot cards. I don't do that anymore because tarot card will tell you the problems, but not how you're going to resolve them. So for me, that was kind of frustrating, you see. So, but with Ifa is, it's just, I don't know what I would do with that Ifa. If whatever it is you are going through, it could be life stagnancy, crisis, your professional life, lawsuits or marital issue, professional issues, sickness, whatever it is, give us a call here at Alashola. Or if it is a particular spell that you are after, say like a love spell, call it, give us a call it at Alashola. We have Ifa there. Ifa would never lie to, or Rumila is always accurate. But Baba will tell us this is what's going on. This is what happened, that you found yourself at this junction. But this is what we can do also to align us back with our destiny. And that's what Ifa, that's the way Baba will direct us. He's like a comforter, a very, very loving father. This is what's happened. No matter no matter how hidden it is, Ifa will tell us. He will shed light in all the dark areas, dark corners, and this is what's gone wrong. But this is how you can do to correct that, so you can back on your track. You see, and if there's any Ifa or healing or cleansing that'll come along with that, we also have that on our website. For people that would want to go there to order. Thank you, darling. You can order it. Thanks, Ojuma. You can place order, but also your if you want divination, I think you can book divination on the website, but my WhatsApp number is also at the bottom or top of this video, so you can always reach me on WhatsApp, or so whatever it is that you are going through. You see, like I always say in my videos, the universe has blessed us with all this living consciousness. For how long are we going to be here? It's not meant to be time where we should be it should be a loving ride. Let's make the journey worthwhile. You see. And then some people, I don't know, at this age, people say, oh, when you tap into herbs, that's evil. I'm like, come on. You see, they are all living consciousness. There's nothing sinister. There's nothing that the Lord universe has created that's useless. It's not only us, the human being. We all here together to heal each other, to love each other, for us to be here together. Well, I mean, if you look at plants, none of them live forever. Maybe they'll grow up. Maybe 2-3 weeks they are gone. Look at human also. No one lives forever. But at least the time that we are here, let's make the ride worthwhile. You see. So whatever it is that you are going through, no matter what it is, give us a call here at Alashola. We have Ifa here. Ifa would, point us in the right direction. It will tell us what's gone wrong, and it will also show us how we can, resolve it. You see, and then back on track. Whatever that thing is, as long as it's not that the person is dead. If it's still alive, then look, there's no problem that the universe cannot solve. You see, it depends on where you are looking. So give us a call at Alashola. My website is at the top or bottom of this video. Is www.alasholahherbspiritual.com. alasholahherbspiritual.com. My WhatsApp is +44 74 80661815. Wonderful having you, beautiful people here. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you next week, Sunday. Have a lovely week, my babies. I love you.